Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Lakers fan. We just got some crazy news that apparently DeMar Derozan right now is being heavily linked to the Lakers. And from what DeMar Derozan is saying, he wants to be a Laker. The Lakers this offseason are trying to find a third star behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and getting DeMar Derozan to play the shooting guard and in a way the playmaker role, I think it would be an amazing idea. So if you're a big Lakers fan and want to know how this is possible, you're gonna love this video. But quickly before I get out of the video, I just want to say if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help with the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about DeMar Derozan.
Growing up, you can't ask no kid if they want to play home, they'll say no. You know what I mean? At some point, you definitely want to have that opportunity, and especially if they want you, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Right.
You know, it's a great opportunity. At this point in my career, you know, understanding how everything works, it's a lot easier. You know, come on, and they figured it out, they worked it out, and they had the great rhythm when they played together. So it's definitely possible to work. You know, and it's all about just coming together. You know, we all smart great basketball players.
We just got a crazy report that DeMar Derozan said something about playing for the Lakers. A few days ago, DeMar Derozan spoke to Shannon Sharp on a podcast called Shay Shay Podcast and basically gave the NBA a hint towards his future. Here's what DeMar Derozan said about playing for the Lakers. I guarantee you guys are gonna love this one. You'd love to have the opportunity to play at home, especially if they want you. Why not? I think it would work. Between me, LeBron, and AD, we're smart basketball players, and it's all about coming together. This is huge because with the NBA offseason officially beginning and DeMar Derozan's gonna be an unrestricted free agent, he can sign with any NBA team that he wants, and from what it looks like, the Lakers are on his priority list. DeMar Derozan is a four-time NBA All-Star that spent the majority of his season with the Raptors, and over the past 3 seasons, he played with the Spurs. When DeMar was on the Raptors, I would say the Raptors were pretty competitive. They were a top seed in the Eastern Conference, but ever since being traded to the San Antonio Spurs, we have not really seen DeMar Derozan back in All-Star form and of course, in a championship conversation. And with the Lakers next season being one of the teams in the championship conversation, their championship favorites, a healthy LeBron James and Anthony Davis of course has to be in the picture, DeMar has been very vocal on saying he now wants to play for a championship contender, and this is crazy. He's even willing to take a pay cut. Throughout DeMar Derozan's career, I'm gonna be honest, he's made a lot of money. 5 years ago, he signed a 5-year, $140 million deal with the Raptors and averaged about $28 million per year as he was playing. And with him being a UFA, DeMar is saying he made money and just wants to win a championship. He's 31 and is still in his prime. DeMar also said this on the podcast. It's all about winning. Going into my 13th season, seeing all these guys competing for a championship, I've been fortunate to make a lot of money. But the ultimate goal is to always compete for a championship. And then DeMar says this. I mean, growing up, you can't ask no kid if they want to play home. They'll say no. At some point, you definitely want that opportunity, especially if they want you. Why not? It's a great opportunity. For this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 ways the Lakers can get DeMar Derozan. And I believe one of these ways, it's going to happen. It's a big possibility. The first way is the easiest way, and that's giving DeMar Derozan the Lakers mid-level exception, which would be a significant pay cut from his $27 million he just recently got paid. Going into this offseason, the Lakers have about $8 to $9 million in a mid-level exception, which means if DeMar wants to go to the Lakers for the cheapest available price, I don't think he'll take a veteran's minimum. A mid-level exception makes a lot of sense, as he still will be getting paid a decent amount of money. The best part about the Lakers getting DeMar to the MLE is the fact that the Lakers will still have enough money to sign another free agent. From what we are hearing, they want DeMar, but they also want Kyle Lowry. And if they sign DeMar to the mid-level exception, they'll have a little bit of money to sign Kyle Lowry or maybe work a sign and trade with the Raptors. Of course, it is definitely a stretch for DeMar to take the mid-level exception, but this is the best case scenario for the Lakers when it comes to saving money and of course staying within luxury tax and not going further into it. With DeMar saying he doesn't mind taking a pay cut, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the route he takes from what he is saying. The second way to get DeMar Derozan is working out a sign and trade with the Spurs, and this in my opinion is more realistic, as for one, the Lakers give the Spurs something, and for two, it makes DeMar Derozan more valuable and DeMar gets paid a little bit more money. I believe this is more realistic because the Lakers do have some pretty good assets the Spurs would want, maybe doing a sign and trade with Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma in exchange for DeMar Derozan. This would be a scenario that makes a lot of sense. When talking about last offseason, the Lakers were actually trying to trade away Danny Green to the Spurs for DeMar Derozan, but of course instead, the Spurs didn't want it and wanted DeMar for one more season, and that's why they ultimately got Dennis Schroeder. But maybe this season, doing a sign and trade with Dennis and Kuzma in exchange for DeRozan, I do believe this scenario kind of makes sense. I believe this offseason, DeMar's not going to go for a plus $25 million contract. Maybe getting paid of 15 to 20 makes sense, and that's why sign and trade makes sense. As for one, he's not getting the low pay of the mid-level exception, and two, he's getting a pretty decent salary. And the third scenario in my opinion is the most difficult, and that's the Lakers clearing up cap space, trading away Kyle Kuzma, trading away Dennis Schroeder to simply create cap space to pay DeMar if he wants money. Of course, as a Laker fan, I don't want them to go this route because I want the Lakers to save as much money as possible and then try to get a fourth superstar alongside DeMar. So my opinion is giving DeMar the mid-level exception and convincing him that will guarantee him a championship. For this route, the Lakers will have to find a team that has a lot of cap space and then basically throw away KCP, Kuzma, and possibly even a Dennis Schroeder. This is the third scenario if they want to get DeMar, and then sign DeMar to maybe a 4-year $80 million deal, which they just offered Dennis Schroeder. But to overall give you guys my opinion on what I believe is the best, I hope DeMar Derozan is okay with the mid-level exception. When DeMar Derozan said he's fine with taking a pay cut, he was not specific on how much of a pay cut. So let's hope for the best as Laker fans that it is the mid-level exception. But yes guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about DeMar Derozan and the possibility of him going to the Lakers. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe DeMar will be wearing the purple and gold for next season, or do you believe he'll stay in San Antonio or go somewhere else? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!